Understanding real estate duties, what every client should know. Whether you're buying or selling, a real estate agent has legal and ethical duties to protect your interests. From loyalty and confidentiality to full disclosure and accountability, these 10 core responsibilities ensure trust, transparency, and professionalism throughout every transaction. Loyalty, which means putting the client's interests above all others, including the agent's own. For example, an agent learns of a competing buyer but still pushes for the best deal for their own client. This means the agent is acting solely in the best interest of their client. Disclosure, which means revealing all material facts and information that might affect a client's decision. For instance, the agent informs the buyer about recent foundation repairs on the property. This implies the agent is being transparent to help the client make an informed choice. Confidentiality, which means keeping sensitive client information private even after the transaction ends. For example, the agent does not disclose that the seller is going through a divorce. This means the agent is respecting the client's privacy. Obedience, which means following all lawful instructions given by the client. For instance, if a buyer tells the agent not to show homes over $500,000, the agent complies. This implies the agent respects the client's limits. Accounting, which means properly managing and tracking any money or property entrusted to the agent. For example, an agent provides a detailed receipt for the earnest money deposit. This shows responsibility and proper financial handling. Reasonable skill and care, which means performing duties with the competence and diligence expected of a real estate professional. For instance, the agent researches comparable sales before helping a client make an offer. This indicates the agent is providing informed guidance. Honesty and fair dealing, which means treating all parties truthfully even if not representing them. For example, the agent accurately describes property features to a buyer even if the buyer isn't their client. This means the agent upholds ethical standards for everyone involved. Full disclosure of material facts, which means sharing any known issues or details that could affect a property's value or desirability. For instance, an agent discloses that a new commercial building is planned next door. This implies the agent is giving important information that could affect the buyer's decision. Fiduciary duty, which means a legal obligation to act in the best interest of the client with trust and loyalty. For example, the agent advises the seller to counter an offer instead of accepting it too quickly. This shows the agent is protecting the client's financial interest. Accountability, which means being answerable for actions taken on behalf of the client and being able to justify decisions. For instance, an agent keeps a record of all offers received and communications shared. This means the agent is acting with transparency and professionalism.